is good, everybody? What up, all my steam junkies who are watching this review on a Saturday? Because I know y'all taking something crazy, hot stem, or even in the illicit realm. So I'm about to head to the gym in a few. This is a early morning review, and also this is something that I posted on Instagram that I did get in the mail, and honestly, I am so thankful that I did get it. And big shout out to Pandasupps for sending over the new Panda Skull. This is their second go around with the Panda Skull. I would call this Panda Skull V2. Honestly, I'm just amazed that they continue to bring out more and more products. If you haven't checked out their latest line, please do, because aside from they have beautiful and amazing proteins. They just dropped, I believe, their liquid, ready to go pandemic pre-workout. I think it's like $3 or $4, and it comes in a fresh bottle. Anybody that sees you with it, they're gonna be like, "Oh snap, that's a fresh bottle." But enough about that. It's just, for me, I love Panda, but let's get into the Panda Skull version 2 pre-workout, high stim pre-workout that got sent over to me. And I always like to start with the label, and as you can see, this light is super bright. These are like super, I think it's like 70 or 80 LEDs, just so you can see this. So we got the nice gloss around the skull, we got the panda around the nose. Now the difference is this does have a matte finish. The other tub was a white tub with the gold outlines, and it was more of a gloss finish. But regardless, this is fire. And they even went hard with the flavor as well. It does have a gloss and a 3D pop, and the flavor is a limited edition skull candy flavor. Now, before we do anything, I do want to give a something that I didn't notice before, but now I did. That right here we got Burton Gray. Right here it says the person Burton Gray, so I'm guessing that is the designer. And this one looks more creepier, more on the horror side of things. But you got to think about it. If it's called a panda skull, like, even though we got the main panda here, but we got like little pandas, bigger pandas, like all around. So they went hard on this one, and I'm loving this one. When it comes to design. Now, if we move on to the portion of the flavor, yeah, the flavor always gets me, in the sense of like the name. I'm not sure what it's going to be compared to when I taste it. And this flavor is a skull candy flavor. Now, skull candy, the moment I read it and then I looked at the color wave, I'm like, okay, it's like a rainbow color wave with some pink reddish. I'm thinking maybe something on the sweeter side, like maybe like kind candy or something. But this one, the flavor, if I'm correct, it is a cherry, strawberry, and kiwi mix. So this one is a, I'm gonna tell you straight up, that if you love sour, like anything sour, in the sense of sour apples, or like green apples, or like if you ever chew some gummy bears like as a cheat meal or something, or if you like anything sour, then this is a flavor you are going to enjoy, you're going to love. For me, the best way I can relate this flavor to would be like a Nerds flavor. Like, if you know Nerds, that candy goes into, excuse me, that candy does go into the sour side of a, in the sense of, you get the sweetness, but then you get that sour kick at the end. So that's what you'll get here. You'll start tasting like that strawberry cherry flavor, but then you get that kiwi uh, towards the end, and then you get that sour kick. For me, I honestly would give this number one, it gets my stamp of approval. But number two, if I'm rating it like a 1 to 10, it would be probably like a 9.5, just because it's like, it will literally have you like, okay, this is some strong ass like sourness. But for me, the reason why I say I don't mind is because I'm going to the gym, 6 in the morning, sometimes a little earlier if I wake up a little earlier. So while I'm downing this, like, it kind of woke me up before even anything in the pre-workout woke me up, like any caffeine or anything. It's just that flavor is just it's an awakening sour flavor. So expect that. But for me, no acid reflux, nothing negative. I downed this on an empty stomach um, yesterday for my gym workout with my brother, and honestly didn't have anything come up, nothing. It really was quick to digest, and also the sourness wasn't there after you down it. It goes away within like the first minute. Do that. I actually want to like get into what they are also promoting here. They do say mind-blowing energy, skull piercing focus. Now the skull is part of the Panda Skull, but focusing on the focus, no pun intended. And then we get the skull shattering endurance. Now these are three key factors that they are promising and telling you, hey, it's in this tub. You will feel like this and go a little bit more harder while you're in the gym. So talking about that, let's go into the supplement facts. Now here we are getting a 1 scoop, 2 scoop ratio in typical Panda fashion. So for me, I do not mind. Panda does get a pass just because they've always done this, especially when they do these, like when the Rampage series, Panda Skulls, when they do collabs. So it's kind of part of their thing. So let's move on to the first ingredient that we're getting here in this ingredient profile. We're getting some sodium from pink Himalayan sea salt at 40 milligrams. I'm reading at the 2 scoop level just to save some time. Following that, we're getting some L-citrulline at 10,000 milligrams. Now that is the recommended amount. Pure L-citrulline at 10,000 milligrams will get you a nice swole vascular pump depending on the person, but you will get a nice pump overall. Following that, we're getting some beta alanine at 5,000 milligrams. That is way over the recommended amount of 3,200 milligrams. So you already know you're going to be feeling the betas. Following that, we're getting some L-tyrosine at 3,000 milligrams. Following that, we are getting some choline bicitrate at 1,000 milligrams. And choline bicitrate, honestly, I like seeing it in pre-workouts just because they amplify the stimulants, the nootropics, the whole experience. It just takes it up another notch. Following that, we are getting my favorite focus ingredient slash nootropic. It is alpha GPC yielding 50% at 600 milligrams. So you will be in the zone, lasered in, just like, focus to the point that you're not letting any distractions, mess with you and your workout. Following that, we are getting some lion's mane mushroom extract, typical Panda fashion to use lion's mane mushroom in their pre-workouts, and we are getting it at 500 milligrams. Now that is double the recommended amount for a daily dose of um, lion's mane mushroom, but honestly, you cannot overdose on this supplement. And honestly, I do love lion's mane mushroom because it helps with the mental clarity, brain fog, help it promotes brain health in the sense of your memory. It helps with the cognitive function. It has so many great properties. And they just released a new study. I forgot what article it was, but it says that the fungus from the lion's mane mushroom actually eats the bacteria for that attacks your brain, that makes you depressed. So you already know this has so many benefits, and honestly, now I know why Panda continues to use this in their pre-workouts. Now, following that, we are getting some caffeine anhydrous at 400 milligrams. Now, that is more than I need. Honestly, anything above 300 will get me going. So you already know 400 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. I'm going to be flying through my gym session. Following that, we are getting some tiger's milk mushroom extract powder at 300 milligrams. I have not seen any other company use this tiger's milk mushroom extract powder. So this is new in the sense of a new ingredient that we are seeing in a pre-workout, and I trust Panda that this ingredient is not here just to play games. No, it's here to add to the effects and just make my workout experience better. Following that, we are getting some Vasal Drive AP at 254 milligrams. Now, if you do like Vasal Drive AP, guess what? You got it right here. And I believe this that was in the other Panda Skull as well, the first version. So I love me some Vasal Drive AP, and having it here again just makes it better. Following that, we are getting some Muka Purina powder extract, yielding 98% L-Dopa, and we are getting that at 200 milligrams. Now, L-Dopa is another nootropic. Following that, we are getting some theobromine at 200 milligrams. Following that, we are getting some Zoom XR, trademark name, for extended release caffeine at 100 milligrams. Now, if I'm correct with the yield, I think it's like between 50 or 75 percent of the caffeine. So we are getting in total like 475 milligrams of caffeine. So I feel like this is already a high stem pre-workout just on the caffeine side of things. But some people, this could be a daily driver, or because we have some stem junkies in the community, and for me, I can't take 2 scoops throughout the week. It's not gonna hurt me. Following that, we are getting some Cognitive Q, which is coffee Arabica, fruit extract at 100 milligrams. Now, Cognitive Q, that is another nootropic, another ingredient that does help with brain health. So I love that. Great nootropic and great benefits as well. And it pairs well with lion's mane, honestly. So you will have a great time on this. So following that, we're getting some estrogen at 50 milligrams. Now, estrogen is for the absorption, and also it does is good for your gut health. Following that, we're getting some Huperzine Serta extract, which is Huperzine A, yielding 1% at 20 milligrams. Another nootropic that we are getting in here. So if you haven't heard me say nootropic enough, um, we have said it, I believe, like 4 times, so, or a little bit more. But regardless, you already know you are going to be feeling good when you take this Panda Skull in here. And we are also getting some BioPreme as well, which is black pepper extract at 90, yielding 95% pepperine at 10 milligrams. Now, that is also an ingredient used for absorption. Right, so before we get into the experience, I wrote down a couple things that have changed from the previous version to this new version of the Panda Skull. Got it right down here. So number one, new look. I believe it is a new artist as well, and he tagged on the label, which is pretty dope. Not a lot of companies do that. Following, and the second thing there, we are getting which is another improvement slash upgrade, is that they went from the L-citrulline 2-to-1, L-citrulline malate 2-to-1 ratio. I believe it was like 7,000 milligrams to pure L-citrulline at 10,000 milligrams. So the pumps kind of got way better on this one. Number two, the energy sourcing switched up, but in a good way, in the sense that you will have a longer lasting energy from these the sources of caffeine. And we are also getting more focus in here, more focus ingredients, period. And also we are getting stuff to fight the muscle fatigue as well. So it will match what the label says when it comes to endurance. Now let's get into the experience of the new Panda Skull V2. So for me, when it comes to the experience on this, I tried it at 1 scoop on Thursday, and then 2 scoops on Friday. Now for me, first, when I took it in the afternoon, so that means I did eat something for my afternoon gym workout session here in our house, and I was just doing some arms, nothing too crazy, but I did do it on my easy curl bar, weighs 25 pounds. Then I just pile on the weights on the side. Also, I did multiple, bicep and arm workouts, and I did a couple clips, so I will add it here.
Got my cute lab shirt.
but this is a Panda product running through my body, my veins, and I'm getting jacked. And I see this muscle already getting tightened up already. So let's get into the next couple sets, and let's see how the muscle will activate on this. So as you can see, bicep is getting a bit more pumped. Hopefully, let me see if I have to shift maybe the camera angle. But yeah, let me see how it's popping out. I guess it's just the angle, but regardless, let's continue to go forward. All right, quick pump. See how the arms are reacting to this. Yeah, they're getting big. Look at that. Look at that. Getting in there already. And this is my second set only. So just on one scoop, the citrulline for the pumps and sulfate in there is getting big. Just look at that. Great, man. So let's get back to the review. Also, after the whole, I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour of just doing arms, I felt good. Saw the pumps. They did activate. They did activate by the second set. This thing kicks in pretty quick. You will feel the betas within 10 minutes. You will see the pumps within 2 sets of you working out. But for me, remember, when I do my sets, I do 15 to 20. Doesn't matter what weight it is. I have to go hard every single time. And the experience was good. The nootropics come in pretty quick right after the betas take a back seat. Because remember, at one scoop, the betas are not that strong. It's about 2,500 milligrams, so you will feel it, but not as intense as 2 scoops. So after the betas went away, within like 20 or 30 minutes, I'm already feeling good, feeling with a great energy. And honestly, I could just, stay up past my normal bedtime, in the sense of, okay, I normally like cut it off 10:30, but I did stay up till 11. But I did not have any issue sleeping. So I feel like at one scoop, it is a great pre-workout to take in the afternoon if you're just coming off of work and want to get a quick 1 to 2 hour gym session. Now moving on to the 2 scoop experience. Now that one, now I would recommend the 2 scoop experience every single day of the week, in the sense of, number one, doesn't have any crazy stimulants. It just has great nootropics, so you will not have to worry about, hey, how long was this last? It's not DHA. It's not nothing of these illicit ingredients that's gonna have you staying up late. So at the 2 scoop level, everything starts breaking down pretty quick. Within 10 minutes, you do start feeling the beta start working. And I believe heading into like the 15 to 18-minute time frame, these betas are so strong at 5,000 milligrams. I was like scratching my face, bro. And I was like, oh, and I'm driving. You guys, my brother. So I was like, oh, scratching my face. Like, hey, what's wrong? I'm like, nah, just the betas hit me OD. And good thing, because we were like 2 minutes out from the gym. So I was like, perfect. And I was at a light too. So everything just happened for a reason. And after, I shook it off, the light turned green, and we just headed towards the gym. So by the time I get to the gym, it's already 25 minutes. We're stretching, and we just dive into the weights. And we just start doing arms, shoulders, like a lot of upper body. And we ended up doing some legs as well, just because the energy just continued to be there. And the muscle fatigue was like, we weren't feeling it at all. In the sense of, like, you can keep going and going and going, whether you're doing arms, shoulders, chest, legs, squats, whatever you're doing, you will get that endurance, you will get that focus, you will get that energy that you do need if you're taking, if you are waking up at 5:30, 6 a.m. and you're going straight to the gym. So gym. So this is a great pre-workout, high stim pre-workout that, if you are not an experienced person, you can pick up and, use it at a 1 scoop level and have it for 40 days. or somebody who is already used to these high stim pre-workouts. You can take it every single day of the week, 2 scoop level, and not have any issues with sleeping. With you will feel sore the next day, but that's about it. And for me, and also at the 2 scoop level, you will have it for 20 workout sessions, and I still count that as a win, just because you will be feeling good and productive after you work out. I was able to come back home, do reports, do everything that I needed to do, and felt amazing on it. I had enough energy that I did not need any pick me up at all throughout the day, which is kind of weird because I usually have a cup of coffee around, 1, 2 p.m. But like yesterday, I did not need it. Nothing but a great experience on the new Panda Skull uh, version 2 that Panda Subs just bring out. So if you are interested in picking this pre-workout up, you can head over to pandasupps.com and use my discount code WFS for 25% off your entire order. And you can pick up their new proteins. There, if you're looking for fat burners, they got capsules, they got powdered ingredients. They have a whole line, and I will add the playlist right here so you guys can, have your whole weekend looking through the playlist and seeing what you're gonna go pick up with my discount code. So with that, guys, I'll leave you and I'll catch you on the next supplement.